With a bit of bite, non-league Luton welcomed the Lions of Millwall to their own den at Kenilworth Road. Now, conference side Luton Town have arguably produced the performances of the last two rounds in the Cup, beating Wolves at home and then, of course, Norwich away in the last round. So, how would they get on against Millwall themselves, conquerors of Aston Villa, in round 4? Commentary at Kenilworth Road from Craig Burley and John Chapman.
Luton have fallen so far, so fast. Really makes it an occasion for the locals to relish all the more. Well, the Luton lineup today shows two changes to the side that made history at Norwich. On that occasion, substitutes O'Donnell and Rendell created and scored the winning goal. Both start today. Millwall knocked out Aston Villa in the last round. Since then, veteran striker Rob Hulse has been brought in on loan from Queen's Park Rangers to bring some nous and experience. However, overnight they've lost skipper Danny Shittu to an ankle problem. Goalkeeper David Ford, currently Ireland's #1, played on loan for Luton 6 years ago when they were still in League One. Here's Andre Gray.
He certainly has looked very sharp early on, getting away from Osborne there far too easily. He might have pulled it back to Rendell, who certainly did ask the question of Gray, but he does look a man on form.
Out. Kovac, he was a little slow. And Henry's in. Henry scores. And the Hungarian defender hangs his head. Kovac outwitted. And Millwall in front.
Well, that's a couple of times really they've got themselves in a bit of a pickle. I think Henry backheads it and he's flat-footed. It's quite a simple finish in the end. Comes off his thigh and why he's pointing behind him, I don't know. You've just got to go and clear that. Big centre half, big up and downer. Don't try and control it. It's off with control and a simple finish.
Smith relieved to hear the whistle.
I think from Luton's point of view now, they've bloody nose. Could have been worse for them. They're just going to regain their composure.
Ronnie Henry. There's Mendy! And Kovac had a chance, and the ball was whipped off his toe by Dunn.
Well done, the sharp, wasn't he, in the end? And it's just about getting onto the second ball, which they did here with Mendy. It's straight at Ford, but in all credit to him, it's a good save.
Abdu, it's Feeney. Goes Hulse, and Hulse again! Hulse scoring from a pretty improbable angle. A really adroit finish by the veteran striker. It's his first goal for Millwall.
That's good work again from the scorer of the first goal, Henry, coming off the left side, making that diagonal run, and really stands a very good ball up to the back post. And we talked about Hulse. I think Paul Buckle's obviously not stopped talking about him on the bench because of his physical presence. He's caused them a problem from the first minute of the game. And okay, he's not trying to head it there, but you've got to say it's a brilliant finish. I mean, it really is. I expected him to get on and bullet that in after getting on top of Taylor, but it's a super pick out, and it's a mountain now for Luton.
First team action for the first time in 4 months. Looking for Keogh. It's a really smart save by Tyler, who then has to go again. Enduring excellence of a goalkeeper who at 35 is playing his 42nd FA Cup tie today. Ingesson. Dunn. easy as you like, or at least it should have been for Andy Keogh.
Well, absolutely should have been game, set and match here. Again, that back post is a problem from him. Again, it's Kovacs is off the back of. The full-back's not quite around in tune either.
Trotter. James Henry. Trotter. Marquis and Getton. 3 and easy enough for Millwall. A first quarter-final in 9 years beckons for Kenny Jackett's men. And it's the end of Luton Town's wonderful story in the FA Cup this season.
Yeah, keeper Tyler makes a really good save, and credit and guessing he's following in. It's like his body's everywhere outside the penalty area, but as soon as that pops off the goalkeeper there's always a huge danger. Not a great challenge from Howells, just inside the box. He's got to be a bit stronger than that. You've got to take a chance. Keeper, second time around, couldn't stop it going in the back of the net. And the run is over, John. Well and truly over.
A win is a win. Very pleased to be through into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. So it's a big achievement by the players, and we want to continue now.
We never gave ourselves a chance to put them under pressure, and what I mean by that was the early goal. It's a poor error, by us, and we had a lot of chances in the game. There was a lot of openings in the 90 minutes for us, probably more than we've had in the last two against Wolves and Norwich. So to concede early was a real cardinal sin, and that was something we really didn't need to do. So
the fairy tale, I'm afraid, comes to an end for Luton Town, and actually from start to finish today, I think Millwall got the better team.
Again, I think that for Luton, they probably needed to score first and to really feel like they had a bit of hope and a bit of genuine belief. That didn't happen. Once Millwall got themselves in front, it's a sloppy goal, the first one, the way that it was conceded. I think that always disappoints you, Gareth, doesn't it, in these sort of games when your centre halves make that sort of decision.
Well, unfortunately, that's why he's playing at the level he is, isn't he? But Kovac, in a game of this nature, you would hope that the side from the higher league would have to work a bit harder for their goal and create something clever. He does.
James Henry is who
finishes
his goal.
He does well.
And then there's certainly a bit of class in the end about the 2-0, which probably puts the tie beyond Luton. Rob Hulse, who was a pest in the build-up and then produces that.
Yeah, he's an experienced centre forward, Rob Hulse. I mean, on loan from QPR, and I think very on the quiet. We hear so much about Millwall for the wrong reasons, but Kenny Jackett's done a really good job at Millwall over the last couple of years. He's brought good signings in on loan, and got them up the division, and they're very competitive in that Championship now. He's very underrated, I think.
Yeah, and having of course knocked Villa out in the previous round, they'll presumably now be hoping for a bumper tie if they can find any big Premier League clubs left to this competition.
It's incredible how all the big guns have fallen by the wayside. So Millwall have a great chance. Obviously, they've been to the cup final in
2004,
reasonably recent history. So they'll fancy if the draw goes their way, they can get to the semi.
Football is sometimes accused of a lack of sense of humour, but we thought a funny moment at the end here where. Naturally, in the circumstances of this game, the police with their animals are on, and Alan Dunn pushes the goal scorer James Henry towards the snapping jaws of a big Alsatian.
See, the policeman's let the dog get the wrong side of him there. He's just allowed him to step across, and he's very nearly caught him there.
I think James saw the funny side of it. He seems quite amused. That's teammates for you, eh, Gareth?
Good, very.
In football, Luton Town manager Paul Buckle is hoping to cash in on the club's FA Cup run despite being knocked out of the competition by Millwall at the weekend. He wants to boost his squad ahead of the conference playoffs. Meanwhile, MK Dons, Luton manager Paul Buckle has left the club for personal reasons. The 42-year-old has been at Kenilworth Road for less than a year. Last month, he led the Hatters to an FA Cup victory over Premier League Norwich. It leaves the Hatters without a manager for tonight's match against Macclesfield.
Bit of sport now in Luton Town. They've parted company with their manager Paul Buckle. A statement on Luton's website says that Buckle, seen here on the left, has left by mutual consent and as a result of genuine personal circumstances unrelated to his tenure as manager. Well, Buckle took the Hatters to the 5th round of the FA Cup this season, beating Championship Wolves and Premier League side Norwich City on the way. The run ended with defeat to Millwall at the weekend.
On to